nobody's watched Ovi as closely as you have over the years. Not going particularly well for him this year. I mean, last year he scores more goals than Austin Matthews at 42. This year, 25 games in, Bruce, he's got 5. I think he hasn't got one in the last 10. Are we seeing a decline here that's going to threaten the approach of Gretzky's big number? He's still got about 60, I think it's 68 to go to get there. What are you seeing from old number 8?
Well, first of all, don't give up on Ovi. One year he won 11 games, and that was early in his career, and without a goal. I think it was 2016. Not early, but he was still, 50-goal scorer plus then. So I never give up on him. I've seen him look terrible, and then all of a sudden get 3 hat tricks in a row type thing. And I think that could happen. I mean, but it's not going to happen this year unless the power play picks up. I've never seen a guy score 50, 60 goals ever, even in the 40s when your power play was 32nd in the league. And he hasn't had a power play goal, and that power play has been a focal point for the 18 years that Ovi's been in the league. So, I mean, and every goal scorer that gets 50 goals or more or 40 goals or more usually has 10-plus power play goals. And, I mean, he's got none. So, I mean, if the power play picks up, he'll be the focal point on the power play scoring the goals, and I think it'll pick up. But I still think that he's got enough left in the tank that, he's going to get 25-plus goals this year in my mind. If he didn't, I think he'd doubt himself. If he got like 12 or something like that, then I think he'd start doubting himself. But I firmly believe that at some point he's going to catch fire. He doesn't have Nicky at center, and Kuznetsov's not having a good year, and Ryan Strome wasn't playing with him for a lot of that. So, I mean, there's reasons that he's not scoring. But, man, I've known him for so long. I just believe in that guy, because every time I thought he was down and out, he would score. And the one year I had, he scored 65 goals, and anytime he needed a goal, he was there. And, I mean, he's still got the shot. He's still got the strength. So, you know what? He's still leading their team in scoring at 16 points. And there's not a very high-scoring team in Washington, but I do believe he'll get between 25 and 30 this year and still put him on track to catch Gretz in the next couple of years.
Always great catching up with you, Bruce. We appreciate you doing this. We'll do it again soon.
No problem. Anytime, guys. Have a great night.
You too. Bruce Boudreau joining us here on the Maple Toyota Hotline. Build your next dream Toyota at Maple Toyota. And check out Maple Toyota's pre-owned inventory arriving daily. It's time to Toyota. Visit mapletoyota.com. Yeah, every night they play, like I try to check in, and if I don't, like the first thing I do is check the box score, like the game sheet right after. I'm like, did he get one? Did he get one? And every game it's like, nope, 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 nope. Like Ovi stuck at 5 through 25 games. It's a sign of, like, he's 38 years old. It's only going to get worse in terms of production, but he has been such a machine since day one.
Yeah.
Like right when he stepped into the league. I think he had a hat trick his first game. He scored 50 his rookie season. It's just automatic every single year. The guy's a machine.
Well, I had to pull up the numbers just to remind myself of what he's also done, and it's not like he's slacked either. I mean, you're right, 42, 50 the year before. Had a bit of a slow year. I mean, obviously that was the pandemic, 24. Then you're looking at 48, 51, 49. So, you wonder a little bit, Father Time, undefeated. I always wonder, though, somebody of that type of caliber, is there something that we just don't know about? They never really tell you. Is there an injury? I don't know, something going on. Or sometimes this is like a player just needs to be open and honest, and maybe it's subconscious. You don't even realize it, but it's like the closer you're getting to something, like, is it on your mind?
Yeah.
Can it be a little paralyzing sometimes?
For sure. Like his whole future is based around passing Gretzky.
Because he also said it.
Yeah.
He has put that out there in the world, in the ether. He's like, I want that record.
And they're not naive enough to believe that they're legitimately competing for a Stanley Cup. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs.
No.
Maybe they get in. If they do, I think they get dusted. I think Ovechkin's aware of that. Everyone on that team within the organization is aware of it. The whole system in Washington is about him passing Gretzky. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Wow.
Like, that's it.
Then maybe they need to work on that power play, because it is like it's dead last.
Right.
How can the greatest goal scorer of all time be on the ice for the worst power play in the league? Like they're 6 for 73. He doesn't have a goal. They're 8%.
That's amazing because Pittsburgh hasn't scored a goal in like an eternity on the power play.
Yeah.
And the idea
these guys are worse.
And they're worse statistically. That would speak to, without breaking down the tape, it would speak to me that their logic is we got to feed this guy. And yet that was the plan forever. Watching him in his prime, it was just, you know where he's going to stand, and they're going to find him, and he's going to shoot.
And he's still going to score.
And he's still going to score. Like you can put a guy on him if you want, or you can let the goalie know that it doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to score. And he's getting shots on net. Like he had a couple of games early in the season where he went back-to-back without registering a shot. First time that had happened in his career. And then I think the next game he had like 11 shots.
Yeah.
And he's always getting 3, 4 shots, 6, 7 attempts. He's getting shots on net. They're just not going in.
Yeah, which is very strange,
but
and we're not used to that with him.
But he's not getting quite the volume he used to. Like he was
a
leading the
machine.
league. Like every year he led the league in goal scoring. He was
Yes.
leading the league by a mile in not only shots on net but missed shots, like shot attempts. He would just he was
a machine. His stat line at the end of a night when he was in his prime, it would be like 13 shot attempts, 8 on net, 12 hits, 2 goals, 24 minutes. Like it was insane what this guy was doing. Because he would hit, like he would have double-digit hits almost every single night.
Yeah, and I 100% am going to preface this by saying I know that I'm jumping the gun here, and I'm not trying to like sound the alarm bell. I would just hate though if this is truly a father time type of thing, to see him desperately trying to chase this and see this incredible goal scoring career that maybe should have ended a year or two earlier keep going because of something. I can't see that again. You look at his numbers. Last year he put up 42 goals. Year before that 50. Like I know this is way too early to have this kind of conversation, but I have to say it always breaks my heart when I see an incredible athlete not know when to call it quits sometimes. And then and in this particular case, because he's chasing something, is he going to keep going?
Well, that's the thing. Like he knows when to quit.
Yeah.
It's 895 goals.
Right.
Like that's when you quit.
What is he at now? I forgot the count. He's got to be
he's 60 something
I think
back.
he's 60. I think he started the year at 73, and he needs.
But you're right though, Andy. About there is an integrity of the pace at stake here, right? Like there's an integrity of the record at stake where it's like if this guy's 45 years old.
He's like, I finally got it.
Yeah, and they're just like pushing him onto the ice, and it's like, man, it went off my shin pad and in. It's like, come on, dude. Like, that's going to be tough. Where it just, that didn't seem possible even at the start of the season. He had 42 goals last year.
Yeah.
Like, I think most people, myself included, were like, all right, he's going to probably score 35 this year, 35 the next, and then it'll be like, it's done.
And then thank you.
Yeah,
very much.
and now it's like, man, what if he only scores 15, then he scores 10, then you're like, man, this
then
guy
it's a
might
long road.
Then
he's at 827.
You're right.
Yeah.
So he's still got a fair amount of goals to score.
Long way to go.
To your point, if he keeps pace with what he did the previous years, you were still always looking at about 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, exactly. Like he wasn't going to score 60 again. That wasn't going to happen. It was like a great season again would be 40 again. You know, and if he did that, you're still thinking, man, you got to have a really good or great season next year, and maybe you get it at the end.